There was a time when I learned the word damage control. It's measures taken to offset or minimize damage to reputation, credibility, or public image caused by a controversial act, remark, or revelation. And sometimes when I see it presented, it's as if organizations are entitled to be able to manipulate the public to manufacture perception that they want, even in times when they've done something completely wrong. And then there's perception management. Perception management is the practice of ensuring the message you wish to send is understood by the specific individuals or groups you want to reach. It also means influencing how people interpret what others say about you. Now, that was the Google definition. Let's see what Wikipedia says. Perception management is a term originated by the U.S. military. The U.S. Department of Defense gives this definition: actions to convey and or deny selected information and indicators to influence their emotions, motives, and objective reasoning, as well as to intelligence systems and leaders at all levels to influence official estimates, ultimately resulting in foreign behaviors and official actions favorable to the originator's objectives. In various ways, perception management combines truth projection, operations security, cover and deception, and psychological operations. All right, now here are the factors that influence the target include ambiguity, a lack of clarity. If ambiguity increases, the perceiver may find it harder to form an accurate perception. Here are examples of ambiguity that have been utilized for perception management. They use the phrase, the integrity of our elections, but they never specified or defined what they actually mean. They just ambiguously would say, this is interfering with the integrity of our elections. Well, what does that really mean? Well, Russians interfered with our elections. How did the Russians interfere with our elections? How specifically did they do it? How specifically? When you hear ambiguous sentences, require specificity. Well, we're living through these difficult times. What does that mean? Well, there's the climate crisis. What is the climate crisis specifically and quantitatively? What does it really mean? Spell it out, because all I hear is, oh, the climate crisis. What is that? Well, it's the warming and cooling of the planet. Well, no. Give me some numbers. Give me something specific. Well, these are anti-voting laws that advance voter suppression. Well, they never spell that out either. What is an anti-voting law? Removing dead people and cats and dogs off of voting lists? What is voter suppression really? Spell it out. What does that specifically mean? They never do. They use these terms and phrases that sound bad, but they don't spell it out. What the heck is Russia collusion? And is Russia collusion even a crime? Okay, so that's where they keep things ambiguous, where you don't know what the heck the sentence actually means. Very ambiguous sentences. Let's quickly hover over some of these words. And or deny selected information. Watch what that translates to. Censorship. Influence their emotions, aka manipulate or emotional manipulation. Deception is pretty straightforward. Military deception is an attempt by a military unit to gain an advantage during warfare by misleading adversary decision makers into taking action detrimental to the adversary. This is usually achieved by creating or amplifying an artificial fog of war via psychological operations. So do you think that these tactics are being utilized against the United States right now by a foreign military, utilizing military deception? I think so. Have you not seen our perception of things being completely reversed? Let's see, a higher order perceptual process. Perception, okay, we got that. Psychological operations or psychological warfare, PSYWAR, the basic aspects of modern psychological operations. PSYOPs have been known by many other names or terms, including military information support operations, MISO, PSYOPs, political warfare, hearts and minds, and propaganda. Now let's go down a little bit here. All right, the history. The phrase perception management has often functioned as a euphemism for an aspect of information warfare. Let's hover over these. Information warfare manipulates information trusted by targets without their awareness so that the targets will make decisions against their interest, but in the interest of the one conducting information warfare. Well, we just hit the 5-minute mark. Stay tuned tomorrow for part 2.